home. If you want to look at Praha, the success that they have had is playing at home. Not an easy place to play. They have not lost a single EuroLeague game this year at home this season. Well, that is the schedule of today. You have CBK Mersin taking on Castellano Zaragoza right now, and TBK taking on Vilnius Gas. Both those games are happening. Who will be joining Fenerbahce at this year's Final Four? We'll find out at the end of this evening's great round of EuroLeague women's basketball. It's a testament to how good this year's EuroLeague basketball has been. USK Praha finished first in their group. Schio finished fourth. It was actually a three-way tie between second, third, and fourth. And obviously, it doesn't matter if you finish fourth, it's still taking the number one teams from the other group all the way to a game 3 for a chance to go to the Final Four. Fenerbahce winning last week against Maria Avenida in Salamanca, Spain. And they flipped their ticket. They went 2-0 in their series. All the other series, every team won at home. And as you see the schedule of today, those games are happening right now, and there are some close games going on. And stay tuned as we have USK Praha taking on Famila Schio. And I mentioned it quickly, but if you're just tuning in, go back and watch some highlights from last year's Final Four, because what a game these two teams played against each other. And a lot of the same players,
Dámy a pánové, oficiální představení obou týmů, ladies and gentlemen, official introduction of both teams. First, the visitors, Beretta Famila Schio. Number 1, Dorka Jovans. Number 4, Martina Prestano. Number 6, team captain, Georgia Solana. Number 7, Arina Sivka. Number 8, Constanza Verona. Number 11, Aria Girates. Number 14, Martina Kripa. Number 24, Robin Pars. Number 31, Jasmine Keys. Number 41, Elisa Pena. And number 44, Julia Reisingrova.
Well, I love it. She's traveling.
Dikaiwakos, Greece. Dámy a pánové, teď přivítání domácího týmu a vy se dnes poprvé na krabičce pořádně ozvěte a ukažte, kdo je tady doma. Číslo 1, Mariana Přibylová. Číslo 2, Karolina Betlanová. 4, Gabriela Ladňanová. Číslo 5, Majte Nacerová. Číslo 8, Veronika Voráčková. 10, Mária Kondě. Číslo 11, Valeria Nájojí. 12, týmová kapitánka Tereza Vejralová. Číslo 13, Leslie McGregor. Číslo 14, Emerson Hoff. 18, Jana Saveli. Číslo 21, Veronika Šípová. A výtečnou týmu je paní Natália Hiltová. Rozhodčí dnešního zápasu Kučí, Virola-Gerdi, Romania, Empires, Oslo Milbon, Turkey, and Valentino Orio, France, and the game commissioner Patricia Anna Gulak-Litka from Poland.
All year round. There hasn't been many games throughout the year that they played with full rosters. So great to see all of their players back. It's just the referees feel that Georgie from Romania is their youngest return, and then it's from France, which is tonight's action. Fives right now. They finished their last couple minutes of warm-up and headed to the benches. As you see, one of the most, not the most, very but 1 EuroLeague. Every country should many years now. Trying to earn them another spot to the Final Four. There were teams in the Final Four last year. Unfortunately, the way that they crossed over, only one team will be heading to the Final Four. They will be joining Fenerbahce, who took their ticket last week.
Dámy a pánové, sportovního královka středa 6. března roku 2024 a další šance pro ZVVZ USK Praha postoupit na Final Four EuroLeague. Po vaší pravé ruce na té fialové plachtě najdete galerii EuroLeaguových a dalších pohárových úspěchů domácího celku. A my všichni tady dnes táhneme za jeden pro vás. A povzbuzujeme domácí tým na cestě do dalšího Final Four. Jste šestým hráčem domácího celku. Za malou chvíli to vypukne.
Retiring. She almost comes back. That was a great job. This USK Praha team. They're always one of the top competing Final Four. Looks like a pretty good crowd here in Prague. Yeah. Earlier, some fans traveled all the way from ZVO to that. Access there, about to get the rebound. The go-to player from last year, signed in Schio this year, and an absolute standout for her. She's been the leader with 15 points a game. And yeah, there, Lamp for Schio. Schio for a long time. Fans are going to try to do whatever they can to help their team, Schio, get a road win, book their ticket. Not sure when the final yet. We're waiting to find out. Three other teams are both playing. Already qualified.
Beretta Famila Schio na polovce s číslem 1 Dorka Johans, s 8 Konstanca Verona, 11 Alena Genoteš, 24 Robin Parks a číslo 31 Jasmine Lees. Je to nádherný pohled od stolku sem do zaplněného hlediště arény Královka, která, jak pevně věří, požene ZVVZ USK Praha za vítězství v tomhle zápase.
It is game 3 of the quarterfinals here in Czechia. USK Praha taking on Beretta Schio, and that's going to be a quick foul going against US. Girantes, mentioned her name in the warm-ups. What a season she has had for them. Shot clock winding down as Schio, first shot of the game, and make that first basket scored in this game. Ayayi looking to go inside to McMagor. She does. McMagor takes her time, spin move, no good. Verona with the rebound. Wants to try and push the tempo. US. Keys gets it back. She goes against McMagor. And three-point shot, second one of the game, is no good for Parks. As Ayayi now is left open. Her two-point shot goes in and out. Verona almost has the ball tipped away from behind. Girantes going against Conde. Step through. Oh, nice movement without the ball is a cutting Dorka US. She was playing with apparently a little bit of a seized up back last week and maybe had less of a performance that we are used to seeing this EuroLeague season by her. She played at the University of Yukon the past few years. Hungarian player. She had a great Olympic qualifying tournament for Hungary as Conde's shot is off the mark. So a couple of shot attempts for USK Praha and ball rolling in and out. Keys gets it to Parks. Parks has already made 1-3 in this game. Kicks it up. They're going to have to put up a shot. I think they get it off in time. No, they don't. It's going to be a shot clock violation. So ball back to Praha. Well, Praha still looking for their first points of this game. As I mentioned, they have not lost a game at home all EuroLeague season. Conde, penetration, no one there to help. She gives her team the first 2 points of the basket, and that fan loved what he saw on that action. Parks now back to Girantes. Girantes inside to US. US shot blocked by McMagor, and Verona is going to be called for a foul, but a good job there. Making a play on the ball, just slowing down the transition of USK Praha. Thorla played for Avenida last few seasons. This year made the jump to play outside of her home country, Spain. As Conde's shot is blocked, but it rolls back into her hands. McMagor, a little turnaround fadeaway, no good. Verona there with the defensive board. She tells her teammates, let's go, push the tempo, we gotta move. She just slices all the way down. Layup's no good. Conde with the rebound, finds Vorakova. And this is what Praha are excellent at doing if you let them run. A quick outlet, anyone can lead the break, and they have people running. Vorakova gets on the board for her team. US now. McMagor out around the three-point line. She can shoot threes. Oh, nice spin move and finish with the left hand. Gets the contact, makes the basket, and is going to earn herself a trip to the free throw line. Make that a three-point play for Dorka US. And again, quick inbounds pass. Even on a made basket, they like to try and get out and run. McMagor to Ayayi. Ayayi, a little hesitation, penetration, no good. Couple missed opportunities, good looks by Praha. Girantes left open in the corner, penetration baseline. Ooh, shot fake, draws the contact, and that is going to be 2 and 1s in a row. As Girantes, nice little patience and shot fake, able to finish through the contact. So an opportunity for a 3-point play by that woman. And I mentioned it quickly, what a great season she has had. And that's going to be a 3-point play, 2 3-point plays, back-to-back possessions for Famila Schio. Conde to a Yai shot fake, takes the contact, penetration, no good, fights for the rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball. Schio won the initial jump ball of the game, so ball will stay at this end of the court. Find Conde open on the baseline. Great job. Well, Conde says, hey, if you can do it, I can do it too. As she's able to draw the contact off of that baseline penetration, make the basket, and go to the free throw line. And that's a 3-point play for Maria Conde, Spanish international. And aggressive defense here by Praha, as Schio probably almost playing at the half-court line, but big action. UAS to Keys. Keys takes her time and finishes with the left hand in the key. Orkova finds a Yai to Cathorla. Cathorla baseline penetration, no good. Dorka Uez there, bringing the ball up for Schio. Parks, no shake and bakes, finds Verona. And that shot well off the mark. And a foul on the break by Schio, as we see first substitutions of the game for USK Praha. As Emma Hoff checking into the game for Magdeburg. And Sotana, think about Italian basketball, and that name, Sotana, is someone you absolutely think about as well. I know she was retired from the national team, played many years for the national team, and many seasons in EuroLeague women. Checks into the game for Schio. Conde draws the mismatch, takes Keys, gets Keys off her feet, and nice little step through finish by Maria Conde. Schio now. Back to Sotana. Sotana finds the rising Uaz. Uaz wanted to pass it. Defense ran by her, so she took it herself, and great strong take. She earns herself her second trip to the free throw line in this game already. Make that 1 or 2 for UAS. Great run is Hoff from Borokova, I believe it was. And I mentioned it, every single one of these USK Praha players knows how to get out and run the floor in transition, semi-transition, as UAS's shot is off the back rim, but they come up with the offensive rebound. Parks now, 3-point attempt, no good. Yai kicks it back out. They find Conde. Hoff inside. She's got position on Keys. And Keys tips the ball from behind, so a turnover for Praha. And nice hands by Ayayi as she just picks the pocket and takes it all the way in for her first 2 points of the game. Defense leading to offense. Orla all over Sultana. Now it's Conde who almost comes up with a steal, but no good. So it is going to stay Schio ball. They have 8 seconds on the shot clock, though. Seconds. Ball is just on the other side of half as Virolova checks into the game. So Tana finds Keys. Keys has got to put it up. She does. Back rim. No good. Conde with the defensive rebound. Kicks it up to her Spanish teammate, Cazorla. Cazorla, you went under her. She can make you pay when you do that, but that shot no good. Girantes now. Using a screen, nice patience, waits for Keys. No foul on that layup. A nice little action. As that shot off the mark, Girantes fighting for the defensive rebound, comes up with it. She turns the corner, takes the contact. Her layup is no good. Orla. Back to the shooter, not able to knock down that shot. Nice fight for the rebound. The women in yellow, as they will be rewarded with the ball on the sideline. And a couple more substitutions here. As we saw Ayayi and Cazorla, I believe it was, checking out. And same with Schio. Conde now trying to set things up for her team. Uses a screen from Hoff, kicks it to the corner. Magnagor thought about it. She can shoot threes out there, but that is going to be a turnover. Castaño checking into the game there on that last defensive possession, as well as Rezendorova, who knows a lot of these USK Praha players, considering she is also from Czechia herself. And great job, nice little hang time. And that is gonna put Borakova to the free throw line. Some substitutions as we see Sivka, number 7, checking into the game. Well, make that another 3-point play in this game. Schio with a couple 3-point plays. Praha with a couple 3-point plays. Girantes. She's been a little quiet, not forcing it. Castaño lets it fly from the free throw line, and it's good. Ayayi. Zivka all over her. Puts her shoulder down, gets to the basket, gets her own offensive rebound, but no good there on 2 attempts by Valerian Ayayi, French international. inside to Magbagor. Magbagor, a little fadeaway is no good. And Schio, they're gonna have one last shot attempt. Guidetes takes the contact, but Magbagor staying straight up on that last defensive possession. Well, what a quarter. Couldn't become any tighter than we have it right now, as both teams know that it's a 40-minute game, excuse me. There's 30 more minutes left in this game, as they are tied heading in to the break, 16 apiece. Really, Schio, great. Say about first 5 minutes. They went a little cold there, second part of that fourth quarter. As there you see the shooting percentages, 41% compared to 36. Neither team shooting a lot of threes or making a lot of threes. Free throws have been in the favor of Schio, as they've been 4 times compared to just USK Praha 2 times. And we've seen 2 and 1s, excuse me, from both teams. As rebounds in the favor of USK Praha, 15 compared to 10, 2 assists apiece, and 2 turnovers apiece. Well, those statistics are more or less even, and the reason for that is we have a tied game after 10 minutes here in Prague. Fans out in full force. This is game 3 of the quarterfinals, this year's FIBA Women's EuroLeague competition. Fenerbahce, they have already booked their ticket to this year's Final Four. Who will be meeting them? The winner of this game will definitely be meeting them. And we have CBK Mersin leading Zaragoza right now, 86-61. And DBTK trailing to Vilnius Dask, 44-46. Obviously, the winner of those 2 games will be moving on to this year's Final Four as well. As we see some highlights from the first 10 minutes here today. And USK Praha, doing a good job offensive rebounding. They already have 4 offensive rebounds compared to just 1 by Schio. Well, it is second quarter action. Game is tied. They go straight inside to Rezengrova. Rezengrova taking her time against Hoff. Nice patience, no help side came as Rezengrova makes Praha pay. You see Burakova on the court, Ayayi, Vioralova, Magbagor, and Hoff for Praha. As that shot goes in, so a nice response there by Burakova for Praha. Ayayi, a little bit too aggressive there on the on-ball defense, as she's going to be called for a foul against Sivka. So Tana has got the ball up top. She hesitates. It's a dribbling, shot at the free throw line, back rim, no good. Praha, Vioralova pushing the tempo. Gets it inside to Hoff. Hoff finds Ayayi, wants it back, gets it back, but she's going to be called for an offensive foul. As Bistagno, definitely known as a defensive player in her career. And she's got some of those defensive veteran moves as well, as she fights Hoff into an offensive foul. So good defensive possession. Ball back to Schio. And another turnover is going to lead. Well, almost throw it out of bounds, but they trail. No, she did. She stepped out of bounds, so ball back to Schio. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there by Schio on that last offensive possession. So Tana to Bistagno. Bistagno into Kripa. Kripa's pass, deflected out of bounds. ball in. Miscommunication, so Tana thought she was going to have Dorka US open, and that ball out of bounds, and she says, yeah, my bad. Didn't have my eyes out. Didn't see the passer. And a couple turnovers by both teams early in the second quarter. So Tana gets a touch on that ball. Hands it off. She rolls, and that shot kisses the front rim but goes in for Virolova. She has her first 2 points in this game. The shooting statistics. Dorka US, left hand no good as Yara Sabli checking into the game. Ayayi, I think, loses the ball, but a foul was called. So nice recognition that the referees were going to call a foul and is able to get the shot up. And I mentioned it, you could do your research. This USK Praha team, I would say, spent the majority of the regular season not playing at full roster strength. So it is great to see everyone back and everyone playing for this team finally. And you just wonder how good they could have been all season long had they maybe been practicing and playing with each other. But they have come in ready to fight, and they are aggressive. They are trailing by 2. Winner of this game will be heading to the Final Four. It is game 3 of the quarterfinals. As referees explaining to the players why the foul was called. As Ayayi makes the first to 2. And make that 2 of 2 for the French international. So Tana running the point for Schio. She gets it back. Estanio left open, back rim, no good. Kripa there with the offensive rebound though. So Tana's pass deflected, and US's pass deflected. So great defensive possession after giving up the offensive rebound is Praha. So ball back to them. They are leading by 4, 22-18. We still got lots of basketball to play though. Sabali. Skip pass to the corner is no good, goes out of bounds, but ball will stay this end of the court. So substitutions happening. You see Parks checking back in the game for Kripa. And great hustle by Sotana. She is just not able to hold on to it though. Almost comes up with the steal. And that's a veteran hustle move if I've ever seen one. Orla back into the game. As both coaches, it seems like when one makes a sub, the other makes a sub as well. Pass intended for Magdeburg falls into the hands of Ayayi. as they had to get a quick shot up because of that hustle play by Sotana. So their shot clock was not reset to 24. And pass picked off as Savely gets to go out and run. Her layup is no good. Magdagor had her fingers on it, but just went out of bounds. So Schio got lucky with that transition defense. And both teams not shooting the ball incredibly well here in this second quarter, as it is going to be a timeout. And I'm going to talk to you about some statistics. As Praha were shooting around 46% after 10, and their percentage has gone down to 39% now. And 5 turnovers. They've already had this. So they've committed 3 turnovers in this second quarter. And compare that to 33% shooting for Schio and 6 turnovers. So they have 4 turnovers in the second quarter as well. And I think a lot of that has to be the defensive intensity that both these teams have come out with in the second quarter, though. It was tied 16 apiece heading into the second quarter. And just a little update, we do know now that CBK Mersin will be heading to the Final Four as they beat Casademont Zaragoza 86-63. So 2 teams confirmed, Fenerbahce and CBK Mersin, 2 Turkish teams, waiting to find out the winner of this game and the winner of the DBTK Vilnius Dask game, where Vilnius Dask is leading by 14 with around 6 minutes to play in that game. But we got a game for you here in Prague. USK Praha, 22 points. Famila Schio, 18. Some substitutions, no surprise, Gigantes back into the game as her pass was not even close, and Savely leading the break. She gives it up, but she gets it back. And another fast break made basket for Praha, who have not lost a game. How about that step out defense? Niara Savely just stripping the ball away from Gigantes. And wow, is all I have to say to that action. Quick feet, quick hands, and obviously no one was going to get back and stop her and that fast break layup. So very, very aggressive defense these last 2 possessions by USK Praha after that timeout. And they have now jumped to a 26-18 point lead with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in the second quarter, excuse me. And almost another steal and a turnover by Schio, but Sotana able to hold on to it. Well, they get a stop. Wasn't a turnover though, and they're gonna foul on that, as it's only the second team foul for Schio, so they have fouls to give, especially when you want to try and slow down the break. It is definitely a defensive tactic and option you need to consider, as Verona checking back into the game for Schio. Great little, I'd say about 1 minute and 20 seconds defensively for Praha that has led to some easy fast break layups as Keys checks back into the game. We got Magdagor. Gets it up to Conde. Conde, no good on that layup. Gigantes. Gets it up to the point guard, Verona now. Dorka US thought about it and then kicks it back out. She's open at 3. She couldn't shoot from 3 that time. She decides to take Savely off the dribble, as Magdagor fighting for the defensive rebound. So ball back to Praha as Schio started this quarter with the ball. Conde, penetration kick, and shot off the back of the iron. Verona now. Schio have only scored 2 points in this quarter. Girantes, mentioned it, just been quiet. Sably almost with another steal, but that time the high-low look is a turnover. And just a recap, game one, USK Praha won 78-60 at home. And then Famila Schio won at home 73-61. In that game, if you watched it, both teams had a little bit of trouble scoring in the fourth quarter. I believe it was 10-9. But Schio with a big enough advantage that they were able to hold on. A great find by Conde to Sably. But it is going to be called before the layup, as Verona pleading to the referee, saying it wasn't me. Well, unfortunately, Verona's going to have to check out. That is her third personal foul, as Conde using the stagger comes off, finds Sably, nice hands, and nice left hand finish by the German international, who will be playing in her first Olympics, as Germany back in February for the first time have qualified for a women's Olympic basketball. So congratulations to those women and staff making history for Germany. They were in Belém, Brazil. And obviously the Sably sisters, Nyara and Satu, will be going to their first ever Olympics. Let's not forget, we also have Leo Fibish, who plays for Zaragoza. You might have watched earlier tonight. Also German. She's actually had a very, very good EuroLeague season. Zaragoza, unfortunately, will not be moving on. Cinderella season that they had has come to an end as they lost to CBK Mersin. And their EuroLeague campaign will be over. Schio, really, they've gone cold here in this second quarter. More turnovers than made baskets so far, but there's still 3 minutes and 42 seconds. They can turn things around. We only scored 2 points in this quarter compared to 12 for Praha. And fast break points, 12-0 for USK Praha. I told you, a turnover or a bad shot, even a made basket, to be honest, this USK Praha team know how to push the ball. Everyone is capable of bringing the ball up court. As another turnover by Schio leads to an easy bucket to make that 14. First half transition fast break baskets for Schio, and a lot of them have been off of turnovers as well. As they have 14 points off of turnovers and 14 fast break points. So it shows you exactly right there where they are getting their easy baskets, and they are coming from their defensive effort. As Parks' 3-point shot is no good. And Conde, her 3 rolls in and out. Schio now, we need to find a way to put the ball in the basket. Keys, pick and pop, no good, gets her own rebound. And Sotana, ball reversal, Girantes thought about it. Sotana had all day to shoot that shot. And finally Schio sees the ball go through the hoop, and that was desperately needed as they have not scored in many, many minutes. Penetration kick, McVigor response, back rim as US there with the defensive board. So maybe a little bit of light for this Schio team. They've done a good job defensively when they haven't turned the ball over and given fast break layups. Offensively, they have been cold. Sotana trying to find Girantes. Girantes gets it, shot fakes, and got to put the shot up because shot clock was rolling down as Conde. Well, good defensive effort. Gets her own rebound, not able to put the putback in though. And Girantes now. Wherever she goes, there is a yellow jersey around her. But that time, Maria Conde says, no, I didn't foul. But the referee has a different opinion. As I believe that's going to put Girantes on the free throw line. Morakova checking back into the game as Girantes floater, no good. Conde. And that pass is kicked. Seconds left on the shot clock. Sabali. Spin move. Gets through 3 defenders and easily scores a little right-hand layup. So what a substitution Yara Sabali has done. Almost as many points as minutes played here in the first half for that woman. As US is blocked by 2 hands. But the referee says, nope, it was a foul. So good way to get your rhythm back, offensively scoring for Schio is definitely staying aggressive and getting to the free throw line. Getting a little bit of a breather. McVigor. Talked about Germany in Belém, Brazil, qualifying for their first ever Women's Olympics tournament. And let's not forget, McVigor, MVP of that tournament. And she's had an MVP season, all EuroLeague season as well, the Australian international. And has had a big part of the success of this USK Praha team this year. Morakova knocks down that jump shot. Sotana finds a trailing US. Her 3-point shot is good. And she really put her name in the talks of European basketball after that tournament at the Olympic qualifying tournament in Sopron, Hungary. As that is going to be the end of the first half. And Schio just came out and put on a defensive clinic and really forced, Praha put on a defensive clinic and really forced Schio into a lot of turnovers. And if I'm looking at this and I'm saying you're only down 9, that's a pretty good sign. The way that Schio played, especially in the first 8 minutes or so of that quarter, as they only had 2 points. They finished the quarter with 9, so it was a tough second quarter. So to only be down 9 is a great thing if you were a Schio fan. There you see the shooting percentages. Praha not doing a great job from 3, but that doesn't matter, as they slightly have out-rebounded Schio, 22-9, and really it's turnovers. 5 turnovers compared to 10, and it's not just the 10 turnovers, it's more the turnovers that led to easy fast break layups as points off of turnovers. 14 for USK Praha compared to 0 for Schio. As we'll see some highlights from this first half action and some nice performances, especially Niara Sabli. 8 minutes of play, 8 points, 4 of 5 shooting, and 3 rebounds to go along with that. And Veronika Verakova, 9 points, 4 of 5. So nice little game for her. Conde, 7 points and 7 rebounds, along with 3 assists. And for Schio, a quiet first half. Gidantes only 3 points, 1 of 5 shooting. Everywhere she has tried to dribble, there has been 1, 2, or 3 yellow jerseys in her way. So good news is she averages just under 16 points a game. So you expect her to be ready and to have a big second half. And obviously player of the first half for Schio, Dorka Uaz, 10 points. Well, it is halftime here, quarterfinals in Prague. USK Praha are leading Schio 34-25. We will be back for second half action.
Jediná neslýchanou letošním ročníku EuroLeague o postupu na Final Four hned ve 3 čtvrtfinálových sériích rozhodoval a nebo rozhoduje třetí klíčový zápas. Ve dvou zápasech zvládli postoupit jen basketbalistům Beretta Famila Schio a tak se dnes hráli a hrají 3 rozhodující zápasy. U 2 z nich už známe roční výsledek. To znamená, už minulý týden postupující Beretta Famila doplnil po dnešním vítězství 86-63 nad Zaragozou Mersin. No a vítězství na soupeřově palubovce dnes urval francouzský tým Beretta Montpellier, který zvítězil v Maďarsku nad Piškolcem 73-58. Takže 3 ze 4 účastníků letošního Final Four už známe a zbývá odtajnit jméno toho čtvrtého, které vzejde z tohoto duelu, který sledujeme tady v aréně Krávovka mezi ZVVZ USK Praha a Beretta Famila Schio. Jaké je průběžné skóre, to připomínat nemusím, vidíte to sami na světelných tabulích. Domácí vedou o 9 bodů, 34-25. A tady se blíží začátek druhé půle.
Welcome back, basketball fans. It is halftime here in Prague as USK Praha are up on Famila Schio, by 9, and all of it has to do with that big second quarter they had. They outscored Schio 18-19. It was tied after 16 apiece, and really it was defense leading to easy offensive baskets as they forced Schio into 8 turnovers and thus had 14 points, 14 fast break points, and also 14 points off of turnovers. And it was really that entire second quarter for Praha. And those of you just tuning in who do not know, CBK Mersin beating Casademont Zaragoza 86-63, so they booked their ticket to this year's Final Four. And DVTK falling to Villeneuve Dask 58-73, so Villeneuve Dask making an appearance in this year's Final Four. And Fenerbahce enjoying these games from home as they won last week over Avenida in Salamanca. And they were the first team to book their ticket. And now this is game 3 here. The winner of this game will be moving on to the Final Four. Right now, Schio trailing by 9, but there's still 20 minutes left of basketball to play. And just to show you how competitive this season's FIBA Women's EuroLeague basketball competition has been, 3 out of the 4 quarterfinal games going to game 3. Well, welcome back, folks. We are here in Prague, Czechia, where USK Praha have a 9-point lead over Schio, 34-25. Parks comes off the screen. That shot no good as Ayayi pulls down the defensive rebound, and you see normal starting lineup there on the court for USK Praha. Thorla, Burakova, Konde, Ayayi, and Magbagor. MVP of the Olympic qualifying tournament in February, which was held in Brazil, as Magbagor, who has had a MVP season, leading this Praha team in scoring throughout the course of the season, gets 2 easy buckets to start the second half. Hartz kicks it out, but she was fouled by Ayayi. And go back and watch some highlights from last year's bronze medal game where these two teams faced off against each other. And Schio winning by 3 at the buzzer in that game for the bronze medal, Gigantes. No good. She had a quiet first half, only 3 points and averaging just under 16 a game. So if you're a Schio fan, you definitely want her to get going. Magbagor, make that 4 points for her in this quarter already. And Parks dribbles the ball off her foot into the hands of Cthorla. And no look pass, Conde to Magbagor. And what a start by USK Praha, as coach is going to want to call a timeout for Schio, as they have now jumped out to a 15 point lead. And great start by Ezzy Magbagor. 6 unanswered points for her in this third quarter. Well, Schio fans are going to have to bring some energy if they want their team to start playing a little bit better. And really, turnovers has been the issue for Schio the last, let's say, 12 minutes of this game. They were tied after the first quarter, 16 apiece. They fell 18-19 in the second quarter. And now a quick 6-0 start to begin the second half, as Praha are showing why they were the #1 team coming into this quarterfinals out of their group. The winner books a ticket to the Final Four. Girantes gets it. Conde all over her. Nowhere to go. Keys, penetration kick, and 2-point shot is off the mark. As this is how quickly Praha get down the court. Well, Yayi shot front rim, and Conde though with, Borakova flying in. And she's gonna be called for a rebounding foul though. So Schio will have the ball underneath their basket. Uaz to Keys. Keys layup, no good. Magbagor gets it to Conde. Nice patience here. Oh, patience leads to a wide open bucket. And great passing, unselfish passing is definitely a way that you would describe this USK Praha team. Uaz's quick 3-point shot off the mark. Borakova there with a defensive board. Conde kicks it out. Magbagor in the corner. She can shoot threes, but when she doesn't need to, why do it? Conde's shot at the free throw line is no good. Parks almost just passed it out of bounds, but Girantes able to come up with it as she takes the contact, and that is going to be an and one. So first 2 points of the quarter for Schio comes from Girantes. She'll also go to the free throw line for an opportunity of a 3-point play. As that free throw rattles in, and a little full court pressure here by Schio, trying to slow down this Praha team. as they fall back into a zone that has now turned into man-to-man action. Woman-to-woman, excuse me. Magbegor. Fancy footwork is a little bit too fancy. She's going to be called for a foul. Travel. And substitution early for Praha, as you see Conde going to the bench. As Sabley checking in for her. Sabley with a huge second quarter. 8 points in just over 8 minutes of action. And Gidantes gets to Sotana. Sotana to Keys. Keys tries to split 2 defenders. She does. And not able to make the basket, but she will earn herself a trip to the free throw line.
Takže 2 trestné hody pro Jasmine Keys. S číslem 31. První trestný hod neproměnila, zůstává na 2 bodech. Ještě jeden pokus pro tuto hráčku soupeřícího celku. Tentokrát se trefuje, snižuje na
42-29. USK Praha jumped out to an 8-0 lead to start this quarter as Cazorla's pass is tipped. As you see Verona there on the bench, she had 3 quick early fouls for them. Cazorla's jump shot, no good. Sabley there with the offensive rebound put back. Sotana gets into the key. And I think she wanted the foul, but the referee said there was no contact. So ball back to Praha. It's a 10-4 quarter already with 5 minutes left to play in the third. Cazorla to the corner. Ayayi not shot the ball well in this game, but that shot was good. Her first 3-point basket. And another quick timeout called by Schio, as maybe coach wants to talk about something defensively or change something defensively, as 13 points already for USK Praha in this quarter. And there you see the nice patience, unselfish passing, and really everyone doing it. Especially that woman right there with the offensive rebound. She has 10 points already. Hasn't even played 10 minutes. And let's not forget Ezi Magbegor, the Australian international, 8 points for her. And she had the first 6 points of this quarter. Let's see what Schio is going to do after this timeout. Defensively, they've also struggled a little bit with the intense defense that USK Praha has been playing. They're stepping out everywhere, forcing turnovers. 11 turnovers in this game for Schio compared to just 6 for USK Praha. Well, Verona into the game for Schio. She's trying to find Parks, but Ayayi just denying her. She does get the ball. Now Gidantes coming off a screen. She finds Keys, and that's a turnover out of a timeout, and not what coaches like to see. As Cazorla now setting things up for Praha. Magbegor goes inside. Nice defensive tip there by Parks. Well, nice strong take and 2 points added. There's still a lot of game to play, and especially with the way that Schio can shoot the ball, they could climb their way back into this game. They're only 3 of 10 from three-point range. They start to get hot, stay aggressive. Savely spinning, and no good, but she draws a foul against Keys. So Niara Sabli, great game she is having, as she's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Gidantes. Mentioned it, every time Gidantes or Parks want to get anywhere, they are just met with a wall of yellow jerseys, but that time, good job by Parks drawing the foul. And they're 6 of 9 from the free throw line in this game, compared to 4 of 6. So they've done a good job attacking the aggressive defense of USK Praha and getting them into fouls, as it is going to be bonus for the rest of this quarter. So if Schio can play aggressive, why not stop the clock and try and get to the free throw line and put some points on the board. Some substitutions happening. Conde. That's another pick by Magbagor, and she gets one. Sabli coming out. Thought about it. Puts the ball on the floor, but it's going to be a travel. So good defensive action there by Schio, as they're going to get the ball back. They can cut this lead into around 10 points or single digits heading into the fourth quarter. They definitely have a chance in this game, especially with the talented players that they have had, and considering a quiet night by Parks, by Gidantes, but not if you do that, as Ayayi. The defensive effort pays off, and she is able to make that basket and draw a foul, so she'll go to the free throw line for a possible 3-point play. And how many times have we seen that in this game already? Defense leading to easy offensive baskets for USK Praha, as I believe Ayayi wanted a unsportsmanlike call, but the referee says no, she made a play on the ball. But Natalia Heikova, I think, also wanted the unsportsmanlike. Well, 3-point play, nice second half here for Ayayi, 9 points. I believe she had 2 points at halftime, as she has come out, but she's going to be called for a foul, just a little bit too aggressive there. It's going to be her 3rd team foul, so I wonder if she'll stay on the court or if we will see her go to the bench for a little bit, as there's a lot of time to play in this game. Sivka makes the first of 2. And I said it, Schio, just stay aggressive no matter where you are. You're going to be going to the free throw line on every foul called, even if it's not a shooting foul, as USK Praha have committed over 5 team fouls. As Sivka knocks down her 2 free throws. And still a 15-point lead. Put together a few defensive stops and offensive scores, and Schio are right back in this game. Conde to Sabali, Sabali to Burakova in the corner. Her shot no good, as Bastano comes up with a defensive rebound. And Girantes, I mentioned it, even if she touches the ball in the backcourt, there is a yellow jersey ready to defend her. As we saw, Yayi did go to the bench with that third foul she ended up picking up. As Dorka Uaz, long offensive rebound, goes at Sabali, and tough left hand shot is no good for her. Conde, baseline penetration, and that is picked off by Girantes. Girantes with some fancy ball handling, finds Bastanio, and Bastanio's three-point shot is good. So they cut into the lead, and Coach Natalia Heikova wants to talk about what she sees her team doing, as Schio now have gone on a little bit of a run, and a lot of it has also been they've stayed aggressive, they've got to the free throw line, they've also put together a couple stops defensively, which have led to better basket looks on the offensive end. So just under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. USK Praha 50-38 over Schio. The winner of this game moves on to this year's FIBA Women's EuroLeague Final Four, and they will be joining Fenerbahce, who won last week against Avenida in Salamanca, Spain. CBK Mersin, who won tonight over Zaragoza, 86-63, and DBTK falling at home, so their Cinderella season as well, to Villeneuve d'Ascq, 58-73, and Villeneuve d'Ascq punching their ticket to this year's Final Four. And the winner of this game will be joining everyone. And not sure yet where the Final Four will be, as we had to wait to find out who would be playing in it. Full court pressure here by Schio. Eurolova gets it to Conde. Conde inside to McBagor. Her baseline spin move is good, so add another 2 points to McBagor. 8 points here in this third quarter for Ezi McBagor. MVP for Australia and the Women's Olympic qualifying tournament in February, as she has had an MVP season for USK Praha also. Conde skip pass. Eurolova, quick three-point shot release, no good, but great rebound by McBagor, as no one boxed her out, but the referee says you push someone on your way in. So again, Schio, they're gonna get to go to the free throw line because USK Praha have committed too many team fouls. McBagor will go to the bench, and Hoff checking in. And that will be McBagor's fourth personal foul. And sometimes it's, you know, the sacrifices you have to make when you're a very aggressive defensive team. You might get some calls that don't really go your way, but it's also the way that they play and how coach wants them to play, and they are very much used to playing like this. But it's not bad when you have Hoff coming in off of the bench for this team. She missed all of last season with an ACL injury, so it's great to see her back and finding her form this year. Schio fans, they got quiet for a little while, but they have picked up their energy the last few minutes of this quarter. Schio trailing by 12. They get a defensive stop here and a bucket down on the other end. I mentioned it, going into the fourth quarter, if you're only trailing by about 10 or even single digits, if possible, you have to feel good, especially with the way big moments in this game and for continuous minutes how Schio has played, that they're actually in this position is really, really good. Conde open on the baseline, little catch and shoot, no good. So they got the defensive stop. Now can they get the offensive score? Parks aggressive to the basket. It's good, but Praha are gonna have an opportunity to score as Cthorla runs into two defenders. She finds Conde open, and it is gonna be good at the buzzer. So what a response there by USK Praha. And, well, just when you thought momentum had turned, for Schio, the response by USK Praha with that big three-point bucket at the end of the quarter. As you get to see some highlights, and what a third quarter for Ezi Magbagor, the Australian international. And here was that last two-point bucket by Schio. Maybe shot a little bit too early, but I like the aggressiveness by Parks. And then it led to this basket. It was a two, excuse me. Feet were on the line. So they got it within 10. And then with that two-point bucket at the end of the third quarter buzzer, you see USK Praha going up back to 12. Well, there's a scoring 58% compared to just 31%. Good job getting the free throw line. I think Famila Schio needs to stay aggressive and continue to try and get some of these Praha players into foul trouble, as we saw Ayayi had to go to the bench. You saw Magbagor going to the bench. He has 4 fouls. So those are things you gotta, consciously think about, and how do you attack them. As Schio, much better job with turnovers. They only committed 3 in that quarter, and it also did not lead to a lot of fast break or easy buckets for Praha. Well, there is 10 minutes left in this game. You got to give it your all if you want to book your ticket to this year's Final Four. Winner of this game moving on, and their season continues in the FIBA Women's EuroLeague. Hoff, no good, but just throws it up off the backboard, and Sabley there with the easy offensive rebound. So nice way to start the quarter for USK Praha. As you see the players on the court, Bestanyo, Sotana, Sivka, Parks, and Brezengrova. Obviously the Czechia player knows a lot of these players, and aggressive move is no good. Nice look there for Brezengrova. And on the court for USK Praha, we have Cthorla, Conde, Huff, Sabley, and Borakova. Parks now needs to get going. She made that first basket of the game, and it was a 3. But since then, it has been a little difficult to get any good looks. She has 2 assists, 7 points, and I think the biggest is Girantes. She had 3 points at half. She has 8 points now, but just 2 of 9 shooting. She's done a good job passing the ball, 4 assists, because she has drawn at least 2 or 3 yellow jerseys every time she dribbles. Quick pass back to Conde, nice penetration, as Hoff is gonna go to the free throw line with an opportunity for an and-1. So Schio, just when you thought momentum was changing there at the end of the third quarter, Maria Conde able to knock down a deep, deep 2-point shot at the buzzer to stop that momentum by Schio. And nice start here in the fourth quarter by USK Praha, as Schio not able to score yet in this quarter. And we've seen them go on scoring droughts throughout this game. It was 16 apiece after 10. Then they were outscored 18-9, and most of those 9 points coming in the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. And same thing, they started 8-0 in the third quarter. They ended up coming back and scoring 17 points, but were still outscored 20-17, and now it is a 5-0 fourth quarter start for USK Praha. These two teams obviously played each other twice already, because this is game 3 of the quarterfinals. USK Praha winning the first game at home 71-60, and Schio winning at home the week after 73-61. And USK Praha, they have not lost a game in this women's EuroLeague competition at home all season long. You can imagine that they would probably want to try and host the Final Four if they do end up winning this game, as Sabli knocks down a little elbow jumper. And great production and minutes from her. 14 points, 7 of 8 shooting, 17 minutes. Sotana now, she's gonna try and get something going. Veteran leader of this team. Dorka US steps outside the 3-point line, and that 3-point shot is good. She's got 13 points. She's had a great game. She's had a good season. Maybe a little bit unknown heading into this EuroLeague season. She played at University of UConn the last few years. And she had a great performance with Hungary. As Savli, the response. She says, I can do that too. Sotana is going to be called for an offensive foul, so Cathorla there, just a good job frustrating her maybe. And ball back to USK Praha. Borkova jump shot is good, and this USK Praha team, they want to get out and run, and they want to score early and quickly, but if they don't, they're very patient, they're very unselfish. No one cares who scores as long as they end up winning, and I talk about them getting out and running, and that is exactly what they do. Conde's shot is no good. Sabli there with the offensive rebound, can't put it back, as US picks up the defensive board. 66-48. And nice basket there by Sotana. And really, as soon as you thought Schio were gonna give themselves a fighting chance, they cut that big lead into 10 points with around 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Cathorla goes all the way, penetration, gets inside the 3-point line. She finds Conde. Conde able to knock down her shot at the end of the buzzer, and all momentum just escaped. And nice little bounce pass there, Cathorla to Sabli, as it is going to be a Schio timeout, as you do not want to let this game get away from you. 68-50. We got just over 5 minutes of play. I would consider that a pass by Hawk to Sabli, as you see her smile a little bit there. And I talked about the unselfish basketball by USK Praha. It's what they are known for, and you've seen it all season long. That last pass, Cathorla to Sabli, that's her 6th assist. Conde has 5 assists. As a team, they have 17 assists, compared to just 8 for Schio. And this is how they played all season long as well. You know, their team, 19 assists a game. They're 4th in this season's EuroLeague statistical category in the assists. Well, never say die, but it is definitely getting a little bit more complicated. Obviously, no Taya Oblak playing for USK Praha right now, and she is an assist machine as well. Over 4 assists a game, just under 10 points. And I mentioned it earlier, if you're just tuning in, I'm not sure if this USK Praha team has played a full game healthy yet. Girantes, little shot fake, step through, shot no good. Fight for the offensive rebound, Bistagno there. Comes up with it, Sotana wants to use a screen, gets a screen, goes inside. US got a mismatch, help side comes though, turnaround jump shot is good. And what a game that woman has played for Schio. Hasn't been easy all night long, but a great performance by Jorka US. Averages around 8 points a game in this season's EuroLeague competition. As tonight she already has 15 points, 5 of 11 shooting, and 10 rebounds, so a double-double for that woman. 68-52, we've got 4 minutes of play here. Winner of this game moving on to the Final Four. They will be meeting Fenerbahce, CBK Mersin, and Villeneuve d'Ascq from France. Izzy McGore back into the game. She got 4 fouls, don't forget, as that shot rolls in and out. Girantes, a little shake and bake, fancy dribbling, somehow finds the lane. Help side comes a little bit late, so good job there by Girantes, and that makes her in double-digit scoring now with 10 points. Thorla draws the foul. And it's just going to be the 3rd team foul, so ball on the sideline. As if you're just tuning in to this game, almost every quarter USK Praha comes out really, really aggressive, and then Schio has to put a lot of energy and effort just to get back into the quarter, and then USK Praha just able to kind of hold off. We've seen it all game long, especially in that second quarter. They were outscored 18-9. And USK Praha, momentum scorers. They know how to score a lot of buckets in a very short amount of time. And it's really why you see them kind of jumping out to this lead that they have right now, 68-54. It definitely is not over though. Shooting 38% from 3. They just have not had a lot of good open looks. And fight for the offensive rebound is no good, but a rebounding foul is going to go, I believe, against Bistagno. Well, Schio trying to be a little bit more aggressive defensively has not really paid off in their favor, as they are now in the bonus. So USK Praha going on the free throw line on every foul scored. As Condi makes her first of 2. Make that 2-2. Sotana stops, pops, front rim. They come up with the offensive rebound. You got to try and get good looks and quick looks for sure. As Gigantes, first shot, back rim. So 2 decent looks there offensively from the three-point line for Schio, just not able to put the ball in the basket. As Conde, Yai takes her time, miscommunication there defensively, and Magbagor left open underneath the basket. Schio taking a lot of time off the clock, which is not really how they want to play, as US's shot is tipped by Magbagor. And she just is doing everything for this USK Praha team. 12 points, 6 rebounds, and now a block to her name in this game. She does it on the defensive end, but she also gets rewarded by her teammates on the offensive end as they were able to find her underneath to make that 14 points for her now. And we've got under 2 minutes to play here for a trip to the Final Four, and it is a 20-point lead for USK Praha, 74 to 54 over Schio, as I believe a technical was called. Oh no, just a foul, excuse me. Well, it has been a tough night for some of these Schio players, but they have to be proud of what they accomplished this season. Finished 4th in a tough group. They were tied with 3 other teams at 9 and 5. Park's 3-point shot, well off the mark. Gigantes there, she's gonna have to put it up quickly, and she does, but it's no good. So it's gonna be a shot clock violation, and ball back to USK Praha. And they are gonna be able to start celebrating soon and making another trip to the Final Four. Could this be their year? Oh, Fenerbahce says no. Mersin says no. Villeneuve Das says no, gotta go through us first. So it is gonna be an exciting, exciting Final Four. As that shot no good, Gigantes gonna play it out to the final moments of this game, as Conde there is gonna pick up a foul on the dribble. So ball will stay with Schio, and shot clock reset to 14. And Bistagno just turns it over because of that aggressive defense that we have seen by USK Praha all night. And they're gonna probably try and use as much clock as they possibly can. And well, maybe a little bit too unselfish there as they turn the ball over, but it doesn't matter because they are still gonna end up winning this game and getting a trip to this year's Final Four. As Schio, not the game they wanted to play, especially after how they performed last week. But USK Praha playing at home, just way too much and way too powerful, as they are heading back to the FIBA Women's EuroLeague Final Four. So a big, big congratulations to USK Praha as they defeat Famila Schio 74 to 54 here in Prague. Might even get a smile out of Natalia Hekova, the head coach. She is very often very, very serious, but she also knows how to celebrate. And the reason why she is as successful as she is because she's a great coach, and she also has her players definitely buy into her style and what kind of basketball she wants to play. And we have seen this by USK Praha all night long, all season long. And they definitely demonstrated how talented and how unselfish they are as they get to celebrate because they will be going to this year's Final Four. And big performance by Niara Sabli, 19 points in 19 minutes, 9 of 11, and 7 boards to go along with that. And of course, the MVP of this team all season long, Ezzy McAgore, 14 points, 6 rebounds. And let's not forget Maria Conde, just doing a little bit of everything, 11 points, 11 boards, and Valerian Ayayi, 10 points and 6 rebounds, most of those coming in the second half for her. And then the point guard, Cathorla, doing it all, just under 32 minutes of play, 7 assists, and some great defensive performances. Well, it was not an easy game for a lot of these Schio players. Obviously, Girantes, 10 points. We're used to seeing her find her way to the basket and the ball go through the hoop a little bit easier than she had all night. She finishes 3 of 14. And got to talk about Dorka Uezo. Great game by her, 15 points and 11 rebounds. As USK Praha are able to celebrate because they have booked their ticket to this year's FIBA Women's EuroLeague Final Four, and they will meet CBK Mersin along with Villeneuve Dask and Fenerbahce at this year's Final Four. Is everyone happy, including the coaching staff? Well, what a EuroLeague season we have had so far, and we still haven't experienced the Final Four. 3 out of the 4 games in the quarterfinals go to a Game 3. And it just shows you how competitive this league is. One of the best in the world for women's basketball, as we'll get to see a couple highlights here from both teams in the second half. And defensively, USK Praha making everything difficult, especially for Girantes, especially for Parks. And then just the unselfish sharing of the basketball on the other end and forcing turnovers into easy baskets is what USK Praha do, and they were just able to do it to perfection. Well, from here in FIBA, we're going to call it a night. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to tune in for the FIBA Women's EuroLeague Final Four. Good night, folks.